Hello everybody! Welcome to Akashi Review, where I review movies, dramas that you don't want to waste your time watching. I'll give you synopsis, shorts review along with my thoughts and opinions, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Now let's go into the review. So for today's review, it's on a Korean drama called More Than Friends. It's actually my first time watching Ong Sung-woo acting. I've seen him in his other dramas, but I actually did not watch it. I do listen to his songs. Now that he's solo, I actually like some of his songs, so I actually do listen to them. I've been reading reviews on it. A lot of people don't really like this drama, or it's not promising, or it's confusing, but I'm actually really liking it, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I was so excited that, this past weekend the episode was gonna come out, but it's like, they took a break and they're not gonna come out for like next week or something like that. I don't know. And I was like, what? So I only got to watch the first two episodes. I was not happy, but whatever. It's gonna be coming out anyway, so I'm still gonna get to watch it. But this drama airs on Friday and Saturdays, and it has a total of 16 episodes. So typical 16 episode for a Korean drama, but obviously because of COVID and everything, they are taking precautions of everything, so they are slowly filming and being careful and everything like that. So it's okay if they miss out on everything. But I'm going to be going over a cast synopsis in the first two episodes with you guys. As for our cast, we have Oh Sung-woo playing Lee-soo, Shin Ye-in playing Kyung-bu-young, and Kim Dong-jun playing Ong Jung-soo. Pyo Ji-ho, which is Pyo, plays Jin Sang-hyuk, Paek Soo-min playing Han Jin-ju, and Choi Chang-ho playing Shin Hyun-jae. And there's other more characters too. But as for our synopsis, 10 years ago, Kim Woo-young was an innocent and carefree, as any 18-year-old might be, and with dreams and ambitious and ready to, love and everything like that. It's the only matter of time before she fell in love with someone. And as she fell in love with this someone, it actually turns out to be her friend Lee-soo. Unable to hold her feeling back, she ends up confessing her feelings to him right before he leaves to the States, and he ends up friend-zoning her. 7 years later, she tries to get her luck again after she meets him again, but he rejects her again for the second time, telling her he wants to be friends only. Determined to get over everything, she's considered that this is a curse, and that's why she's not able to move on and experience love with other guys. And one lonely day in Jeju Island, she's determined to figure out who she's going to be, her future and everything like that. She ends up meeting him again, and the feelings comes up again, decides to leave and be like, I don't want to be apart with you anymore, to get over all this and all this stuff like that. And she just wants to get over him, but at the same time she ends up meeting Junsu, who offers her a job and determined to help her and everything like that. And 3 years later, all these things happens again. 3 years later, Lee-soo and Kyung Bu-young meets again, and he finds himself back in her life, but she's with another man, and this time he's determined to face his feelings and get over the past and pretty much get out of the friend zone. So recap on the first two episodes. The drama starts us off with Kyung-moo as a waiter at a bookstore. It's like a bookstore opening place or something like that, publishing stuff. And she makes some mistakes and drops a lot of glasses. The boss lady asks her, what is she doing? Does she know what she's doing? What is she supposed to be doing basically for that job? And this gets her questioning, what does she do in her life? She works multiple jobs just to make ends meet, but her dream is to become a calligrapher? Something like that. And she's not even close to it, and we jump to seeing her, going from relationship, one guy to another, and she doesn't seem to love or care for anyone, and always going through breakups. And after breaks up, she hangs out with her friends and drinks everything, drink away her pain, all stuff like that, her sorrow, her boring life and everything. And she always ends up calling this one number, and she always called crying or drunk talking. And then we flash back to when they were in high school. Her and Lee-soo were friends, and he's always around her, protecting her and taking care of her. She's forgetful, and he would help her to always remember. She wants to be friends with popular girls, but he always protects her from getting tricked by them. And he's a very popular popular and handsome guy, but he doesn't seem to care for other girls and only Kyung Woo-young. And so slowly it shows how Kyung Woo-young and her group of friends starts to become friends for like the future and stuck together as they went through high school and adulthood, of how they meet and everything like that. Her two girlfriends, tells her that Isul has interest in her, and that's why he's always caring for her. And he goes around ignoring other girl, but he chooses her. So this gets her heart racing, and she believes that he has feelings for her, and she starts to develop feeling for him. And she starts to care more about him and be worried about him, about everything. And on Christmas Eve, he asks her to come hang out with him, and her friends tells her that he's going to confess his feelings for you. Come on, it's Christmas Eve. He's gonna do that. And Kyung Woo-young spends Christmas Eve with him, and just to learn that he's going to be going abroad the next day, and he just wants to tell her that. This breaks her heart, and she doesn't know what to do. The next day, when he's leaving to the airport, she catches up to him and she confesses her feeling, just to get rejected by him, saying he just wants to stay friends with her. She's okay with it, but she's really hurt because she likes him, but he doesn't see her more than a friend. Then the truth turns out that no one knows is Isul's parents are divorced, and they were fighting a lot when he was young leading up to the divorce, and this all happened, and it created a trauma to him as a child because his parents were always fighting at night, thinking he's asleep already and now we can fight and arguing things. And he would hear the conversation and during his sleep, and he makes him go crying and all stuff like that. So he has nightmares, he can't sleep, and all these things like that. And even though after his parents broke up, divorced, they still came together to be parents to him. Like, well, we still get along. So he hates that, and this causes him to basically be afraid to love because his parents went through that, and he sees it that it's all fake. If there's no such thing as love, like, come on, his parents, they divorced and lead all this thing, giving him trauma, all stuff like that. That's why he rejected her in the first place. He just wants to be friends with her. But as time went on, Isul's returned back to Seoul to renew his visa, and he meets Kyung Woo-young again, and she confesses her feelings for him a second time, and he rejects her. She cries her heart out, and she learns that even after he rejects her, he still cares for her. Like, he left her. She told him to leave her, and he left, but he called her friends to come and check up on her. And this is really like confusing to her because she's like, she doesn't understand what his feelings are for her and everything like that. He does this, and then he goes this and this and that. So they end up going separate ways and to never be friends again because that's what she wanted. And now we come back to the present time. They meet again, and he comes to Jeju Island as he's staying with his uncle, and Kyung Woo-young is on a short media vacation to find her true self and basically become a calligrapher. And she wants to act like she doesn't know him, but all over again he wants to be around her like he was again, and this is where it causes both of them to have confuses their feelings for each other, as she still has a one-side love for him and he just wants to be friends. And she believes that this is a curse that he's given her or something like that, and she wants to move on and forget about him. So like any typical princess, you want to get rid of a curse. What does it do? It seals with a kiss. So she ends up kissing him and leaving it where by kissing you breaks this curse, we're never gonna meet again. Well, this kiss did something. It woken up and lightened up the dark world of him, and now they're going to continue to be meeting, and they end up working for Oh Jung-soo's publishing company, where she is the calligraphy and he is the photographer. And now it's like she may broken the curse, but she woken up, I guess, the dead prince poison, and now he's in love with her or starting to fall for her or having feelings. So it's kind of like reverse stuff like that. And so that's actually the first 2 episodes of it. And so because episode 3 and 4 is not even out yet, I'm excited to see what's gonna happen, because now she's, in a way, it looks like she's moving on to Oh Jung-soo, where she's actually gonna start to fall for him, because we find out that when the second time that she gets rejected by Isul, he cancels the phone line that she always calls, and he got himself a new phone line. Well, that old phone line got reopened by Jung-soo. So he's been listening on the other end all these years of her crying and saying how much she likes him, but he doesn't like her back. So yeah, he's been the person to listen to her cry out her heart and everything when she's drunk. So she doesn't know that yet. But I have a feeling Junso is gonna find out that it's Kyung who's on the other line calling when she actually gets his phone number and she realizes that, you know, all these things like that. But yeah, so it looks like she's gonna turn toward Jung-sung, but this is where Isu his feelings starts to open up and he starts to take a chance at it with her, and she's like, okay, now what do I do, you know? So it's kind of like that. So I mean, a lot of people are saying the first 2 episodes it's not good because, you know, it's like all over the place, the feelings and everything like that, you know. But I'm like, this is just easing us in. The first 2 episodes always like that. It eases you in, it gets you prepared for everything, and like everything starts to happen. And like obviously, you know, episode 2 where it ends up with the kiss, it's like she just like, you know, forget it, I'm done with you, I'm gone. But for him, he's like, nope, it sparks something and opens something and awoken the dead prince in him, whatever like that. So I'm actually really excited to see what's going to happen. But if you guys have not checked it out, I do recommend this drama. I know a lot of people, a lot of reviews and everything, people are not happy about it. They don't really like it. It says it's awkward, it's weird, but let it sit for like the first 6 episodes and do go watch it. I think you will really enjoy it because I really like it. And it's my first time actually watching Song Won't act, but I've seen him on Running Man, you know, it's hilarious and everything. But, you know, very excited for it. But I don't want to blabber on for too long. But that is it for today's review, and I will see you guys next time.